Hey everyone, it's Nicole Snow over at darngoodyarn.com, and today is, let's see what today is. It is the 11th of October, and kind of a different view for me today. You have to excuse me. I've been tired lately, and you ever have like your eyes twitch? So I keep I know I shouldn't touch my eyes, but oh my gosh. But anyway, I wanted to show you. I had posted up yesterday on Facebook um, some pictures of these are little strips of burlap that I carry on my site, and I just wanted to show you. I had some questions about what I did. I had taken some burlap ribbon that I have on my site, and it's reclaimed burlap, and I had it stitched up the edges here. You can see the white thread. And what I did is I was just kind of playing around because I said, it's kind of a fun width to maybe make a belt. Like if I hooked, like rug hooking, if I hooked a belt or even a bracelet or something like that, what would really happen? And I wanted to play with the silk. I just learned how to rug hook, and of course I have wool, but I said, well, I have all of this yarn. I know that's a big surprise. So I said, well, let's just try it. So what I decided to use was my premium recycled silk yarn. And I'm sorry I keep looking over at my monitor. This is a new camera angle for me, so I just want to make sure I'm capturing everything on camera here. So this is made from reclaimed silk, sari silk, and it's just awesome stuff. It's all hand spun, and every ball is just a little bit different. But this is the yarn that got Darn Good Yarn started, actually. But what I wanted to show you is, in case you're not familiar with the pictures, I was just kind of playing around, and I was making little designs on the burlap. This one has just like some squigglies, some little spirals. So I want to show you that one. This one is just the silk shown. I just did it like in rows, and if you see the back, you can see I just pretty much went like a typewriter, like do 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 like that, like just in straight rows. But you can see the coloration, how pretty that is. So I had some questions on how I did it, and I think there was maybe a little bit of confusion thinking that maybe I used a crochet hook, and in fact I used a rug hooking hook, and this is a rug hooking frame kind of permanently on loan from my mother-in-law. Thank you, Sue. I think this was her grandmother's. So this is like totally old school, but it's like still like an awesome, it's still awesome to use. So what I wanted to just do is just show you quickly, just a little bit what I did, a demonstration. So I'm going to let my ball of yarn drop on the floor, and what I pretty much did, and I'm thinking about, projects that you can use if you don't want to use the ribbon, the burlap ribbon, is that you can actually use this yarn and make like table runners and stuff, and that's probably what I'm going to have on my Thanksgiving table this year. So what you want to do is tighten, take this piece off. You want to, of course, tighten your work area so the burlap is, has a little bit of like sort of like a drum head. You want to tighten it up. And with this, I'm just going to show you what I did. I mean, I'm a very new rug hooker, but basically you can go into every hole if you'd like. I don't really go. I'm not really strict with myself of saying, oh, it has to be every hole that I hook through. Generally, the one thing I will say is that the silk is a little bit more slippery than the wool, so you have to be careful that you don't pull the loops back through when you go to pull for your next loop of material. And so much so that I, in some cases, have to hold it down with my thumb because it is hand spun. It will go a little bit from thick to thin. Let me pull this out. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me find. So you can see it goes. See, like right here, this is thicker, and then this is a little bit thinner. So when you're hooking, you want to kind of be cognizant of that and go, okay, well, this is going to stick a little. The thicker part will keep the loop up through the burlap better than the thinner piece. So with the thinner piece, you might just have to hold it down with your thumb while you go reach through for more material through the bottom of your hooking. Now, I just showed you what I did. I only pulled this up. My mother-in-law told me, Sue, she said, when you hook, you should try to have the height of your hook be about the width of your yarn. So that's what I tried to do. And in some cases, I found it got caught a little bit, but it didn't really bother me that much. Let me show you my sample again. you can see, oh, I hope I didn't mess up my video here. But let's see, I'm sorry. I seem to be having problems with my camera. There we go. Okay. I seem to have problems with my camera. I turn off my screensaver every time. This is like the 6th or 7th video on the road that's done. So I apologize. But you can see that even though my hook caught on some of the yarn, it sort of filled it out and fluffed it, which is why I say don't follow the strict instruction of going through every hole when you rug hook, because sometimes you do get that poofiness. But this would actually be cute if you were making like flowers or insides of flowers within your rug hooking. This, I'm really happy, and the texture is hooking with this silk has brought a whole new texture to the material itself. So I'm really happy with that. Now, what I wanted to show you was what I did. You know, I showed you, I'm just getting a marker here while I do this video for you. I showed you this sample here, and what I did is I wanted the burlap to be exposed. The way I did that is I just took my permanent marker, and I just freehanded, you know, just some swirls, and I don't make them too close together. And another tip is you don't want to bring it too close to the edge. And there goes Squeakers. Squeakers! What are you barking at? We have our neighbors. They probably just came home. So, unless Pam from Agway is coming over to see me. We'll see. So, when I made these... Oh, is Squeakers coming to visit us? Come here. You want to say hi to everyone? I know. Everyone likes to see you. This silly dog. So, come here. Hi. You want to say hi to everyone? Hi. See, this is Squeakers. He's the official dog of Darn Good Yarn. So anyway, so back to your pattern drawing. I don't like to keep it. I made that mistake the first time. Is I brought my pattern out too close to the edge, and I would have, you know, maybe done 3 blocks in from the edge, just because when I was hooking, I found that I actually had to hold the edge a little bit. And if you wanted to reinforce this with your sewing machine, you can. You can do that, and then maybe go out further to your edge. But that was my mistake. So what I did is, you can see I just did this really open pattern and drew it with a permanent marker, and then it's just like coloring. You can just, you know, path of least resistance here. You could just start hooking, and you know, you draw it through. Of course, I'm kind of doing this on a funny angle so you can see what I'm doing, and yeah, you just pull it through. And like I said, if you want to fill it in a little bit more, you can sort of spread out the fibers with your hook when you pull it through to poof it up. And that gives it kind of a fun effect. It kind of breaks the rules in traditional rug hooking in that way, because you do try to have all the fibers go in the same direction. And you see, the thing that I like about hooking with the recycled silk is that it changes color on its own. So it lends itself to be like, you just don't know what's going to happen next. And I personally really like that. Now, another thing, if you do decide to use this ribbon that's on my website, I was talking to Allie, who works here, and we both have these like freakishly small hands and wrists. And she said, oh, it would be kind of cool if you folded it in half. And I wanted to show you, if you did take that and want to make like just a simple design and show off the silk and the burlap, you could just simply fold it in half and put it onto your work area here. And I just fold it in half. You could, you know, pin it if you wanted, but my thought is that you can just get your first couple of loops in, and it will hold it down. It will act as a stitch marker itself. You will be pulling through 2 layers of burlap, but you can see that doesn't really make a difference that much. And again, you can make a very simple design, or you can just fill it in with color if you'd like. And then when you're done with your project, you know, you measure the circumference of the wrist that you'd like, and you can use a button or any kind of closure you choose. I actually like it doubled like this as well. So maybe that would be something I would suggest, is when you, if you want to just do a wider strip, double it up even on your when you are working your hooking. And again, I just wanted to show you basically there, because there were some questions on my Facebook wall. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, that would be really great. I would appreciate it. Visit Facebook, and it's facebook.com/DG-yarn, like Darn Good Yarn, but just abbreviated DG Yarn. And or if you can't remember that, just visit my website, darngoodyarn.com, and you can follow me through there. There are links all over the place to go to like my Facebook page, but you can just see how cute that is, and then that's a nice simple little design, and I hope that helps you a little bit more. And just a little note about my hook, I do use oh gosh, the name escapes me right now, but it is like crooked like this, and I find this to be more comfortable. I know we all have hand issues. I'm 30 and I feel like I have terrible arthritis already, so that's why some of my, especially when the weather turns, I don't do as much crafting. But that's it, everyone. Please leave questions and comments and subscribe to the channel and let me know if I can answer any questions for you. All right, see you later. Bye.